Good morning. Yeah, we have our report, a breaking news this morning. A breaking news this morning. ASU finally declares 1 month strike after deliberations, after a meeting they had this morning. ASU has finally declared 1 month strike. Yeah, welcome to bystanders at the newsstands. We are seeing Ogba bus stop, Lagos beside. I have my committed analysts here this morning. They are here to do justice to the newspaper headlines. Uh, After serious deliberations that dragged into the early hours of Monday, the National Executive Council, neck of the Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has voted to embark on 1 month warning strike to press home its demands from the government. 1 month morning strike. 1 month warning strike. I have my analyst here this morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Christian.
How are you?
I'm fine. My name is Charles. Happy vow, my brother. I wish you all the same. I pray that you use this vow to reach out to those that doesn't have. That's the essence of vow. Not even going to your girlfriend, not even buy expensive things. But yes, I know it's good to spend your money the way you want it. But at least there's so many people that need us more than most. You go to motherless baby. So many people are out there that you can. So many people are out there that you can straight in your hands of fellowship to them. So I wish all our viewers all over the world, Canada, America, different places in the world, the best of Lover Days.
But not everybody celebrates. It's not everybody that celebrates.
I understood. But not everybody celebrates Lover's Day. But in my own willingly, in my own, I just want to wish everybody happy
ASU,
Lover's Day.
all eyes on ASU. ASU, breaking news, ASU has declared 1 month strike.
Well, it was disheartening. As of yesterday, I was listening over the air. Somebody said, one of the professors in Nigeria said that the students should go and beg the federal government so that they will embark on strike, because the students were very busy begging the lecturer not to go on strike. But the lecturer said they should go and beg the federal government because of that. They should give them their entitlement. They should pay them their money. Where on earth would such a thing happen? That's one of the most important area of ministerial area, educational sector. We are joking with it. Because without this education we are talking about, there cannot be ministers, there cannot be governors, there cannot be medical doctors. So many things. You must pass through all these people. But the way, in the sense that you are not doing it, you are not trying to set these people up for them to, it is only when a lecturer or a teacher is happy that he will be able to do what? To give you whatever you want. Okay? Let's assume that something happened in Delta State. You had it.
Yeah, that young child.
A teacher flogged a 19-month-old baby, right? Flogged the child to death. I know it might be a spiritual attack. Nobody knows. It might be maybe somebody might be working for him spiritually. Nobody knows. But it's disheartening that in a country like this, every day you wake up, you keep on hearing different news. This happened. There's no day you will tune your radio that you keep on hearing that, Nigerians, we wake up, we see this. Every day is bad news, from one bad news to another. So for lecturers to have been asking the so-called students that they should go and beg the federal government to come back and pay them their money so that the strike will not embark. My brother, sometimes when you look at this country, it's somehow funny.
FCT election, PDP win in FCT.
PDP win. Well, this is another.
Someone says it's a sign that PDP is coming to
that is another sign, because I will tell them that if peradventure they allow PDP to take over, APC have just fallen everybody. They have just, I don't know how to put it, my brother. APC is a kind of government that everybody puts his whole trust on. Though I was not part of voters, I didn't vote, but I have my voter's card. Because I was then at Enugu, when they declared Buhari the winner. But APC have just fallen everybody. APC have just disappointed everybody. Now, maybe it's a turn of another party to come in. Let's see. Because we are living in a country whereby every day you keep on hearing different party, and we keep on saying, because we are not tired, we Nigerians, we are not tired. We keep on hearing another person will come. Well, we dance to their tune at the same time. But I think it's high time. It's high time the Nigerian youth should wake up. Because the way things are going, is not, my brother, it's not, it's very, very bad.
Not encouraging.
It's not encouraging, my brother.
Okay, let's look at what story again? Did you see that those truck people that were protesting in Canada? Truckers were protesting.
No, I didn't see them. But what happened?
Okay, next president should be a Christian from the south. That is from PFN president.
From who?
PFN.
My brother, whether Christian or Muslim, Nigerians, most of these old people, they have just decided to fail the whole citizen of this country, whether Christian or Muslim. Nobody knows who is saved again. Nobody knows who is the right person again. We don't know who is going to lead us out of, the Bible said that at a point, God said to Moses, you are the one that will lead my people out of what? The promised land. Nobody knows who is taking us out of this bondage. Nobody knows. And you said to people, I don't know, because the era of all these old men being flushed out has come.
I heard it was bedridden.
I heard something like that. This is the era.
Mr. Matthew will confirm it to us.
Matthew will confirm to her, because I believe he was there. He was there then. Now, whether you like it or not, the era, whether Christian or Muslim, my brother, these people have failed us. Ranging from Jonathan down. My brother, look at what Jonathan is saying. That he mentioned somebody that is a credible candidate to become the president of this country. Somebody that you are more qualified than. Somebody you are, in terms of educational level, you are qualified more than this person. And you are there. Man, I don't blame him. Maybe he's being controlled by the sense of the mentors of alcoholism.
Okay.
Are you getting me?
Thank you very much. I have Mr. Matthew. Mr. Matthew. Good morning, Mr. Matthew. Happy Valentine. I know you don't believe in Valentine. I know that one. I know.
Valentine, for me, I don't attach importance to it.
Yeah. Okay. 1 month strike. Breaking news. Asuu declares 1 month strike.
I think the government should meet their demand, because if you look at their demands,
long overdue.
It's actually long overdue. A renegotiated agreement they had since 2009. I think Jonathan was in government then. Now we have Buhari. And apart from that renegotiated agreement, there have been instances where the government have made promises to meet those demands, and they have always reneged. And if you look at their demands, it borders on their welfare, addressing things that have to do with the standard of education, things that have to do with preparation of universities and all that. I don't think it's so much that they cannot meet, because I know it borders on funds, but if you look at the way the government has spent funds, especially when it concerns the people in government. So, and if you look at the importance of education, I don't think the government should be toiling with Asuu threatening to go on strike, because it is the body of Asuu is what determines what the society is, because the society is a function of who is being trained by the
we have people
institutions.
that studied abroad.
What is the percentage?
They are leaders now. Most of them are leaders.
But the percentage is very small. The percentage of that, you cannot use that as a basis to say you are not addressing the problem of us or the challenge they are facing. I think without further delay, the government should address their concerns so that we'll get the issue resolved.
The FCT election, PDP back to rescue Nigeria.
Whether PDP, APC, I have not seen any difference in the two political parties. Because if you look at members of APC, a good number of members of APC defected from PDP to APC. What drives a Nigerian politician? Their motivational factor is their pecuniary interest. Not because of what they want to do, not because of the dividend of democracy they want to bring to the people. But they say politics is madness of many for the benefit of few. So they have been privileged to be part of that few that benefit from the madness of many that comes out of politics. So they are not saying it because they have been out of power for so long, and they want to get back to power. And the politicians generally, whether APC, PDP, ABGA, name it, they have sugar-coated tongue. I don't see PDP or APC as having what it takes to salvage Nigerian situation. It goes beyond all these promises. For me, we need a youth to drive the process of Nigeria come 2023. Because PDP have been there for 16 years. APC is there almost 8 years. So I don't see the difference PDP want to make other than what they have done for 16 years.
Okay.
So for me, PDP and APC are based on the same feather.
Jonathan had to endorse this northern governor. What's his name?
Is it Bala Mohammed?
Bala Mohammed.
I don't think that is an endorsement because I think I listened to that interview.
Okay.
I think Bala Mohammed came to him to seek his in the process of consultation. And from what I can understand, he told Bala Mohammed that he performed very well as a minister in his government, and that apart from Bala Mohammed, that one other person have equally visited him to intimate him about his intention to aspire to rule Nigeria. Though he says he's not making that one public, but he have told Bala Mohammed in their clandestine meeting. But for me, I do not see the lives of Bala Mohammed as somebody that has what it takes to salvage this Nigerian situation. I'm not saying he's not eligible to contest. But for me, any of all these old politicians that have been recycling themselves in power, they have done their best. At one point in time or the other, at different in different categories, they have offered themselves for service, they have the opportunity to serve, and their service have not been able to solve Nigerian problem.
Okay.
So is it until they become president that they can salvage Nigerian situation? I don't think so.
Okay, Lai Mohammed has responded to the popular truckers protest in Canada. I don't know about that.
I don't think Lai Mohammed
accuses Twitter, Canada of double standard.
But what Lai Mohammed should realize is that the situation in Canada, there was no alleged shooting by security agencies. Just like what we had at Lekki Tollgate. In Canada, nobody. You see, you cannot liken the two situations. Even if you say the Canadian government, Twitter, everybody is trying to curtail the situation and they are tagging those protesters, terrorists, you cannot liken it to a national situation. It is on record that the chief coroner of Lagos, Mojisola Dada, in 2020 made a public announcement where he asked people who lost their loved ones to come forward to identify their loved ones. And consequent upon that, Parliament make inquiry and discover that about 98 corpses were dumped in different mortuaries in Lagos State, which is a direct impact or rather excesses of security agencies in terms of killing Lagosians. Apart from that, that collaborated with the findings of the SARS brutality in Lagos, that about 98 or so corpses were discovered in different parts of Lagos, including the ones that were.
We can't compare that with Canada.
You can't compare it.
But they were attack terrorists. GoFundMe.
Targeting terrorists and using GoFund platform to generate fund make it similar. But the alleged killing in Nigeria, you are not seeing it there. And I want to tell you that it's the unfortunate incident that happened where there was wanton destruction of life and property, especially police stations, killing of policemen, which is unfortunate anyway, was as a result of the incident of Lekki Tollgate. Recall that before that incident of Lekki Tollgate, Lagos protests were relatively peaceful and there was no violence as such. So you cannot liken the two situations for me.
Okay, let's look at the collapsed building still persisting in Lagos.
I think what Lagos State government need to do is, because the essence of law, the essence of political action is to act as a deterrent to others. If there's an incident of building collapse, there's an investigation, somebody is indicted, that person should be made to face the wrath of the law as a deterrent to others. By the time there is an investigation, somebody is indicted, and the person is still working freely, other people violate extant laws that has to do with video regulation. But if Mr. A knows that Mr. C, who violated the law in terms of compromising business, Mr. A will make sure that he confirms. I don't think whether a Christian should be president of Nigeria or a Muslim. I don't think that one has a space in Nigerian politics. In Nigerian constitution, because the constitution recognizes that once you're a Nigerian, you are educated up to secondary school level, and you are not incapacitated, you are eligible to contest, and you need to win majority votes, and 25% in to 10 majority of the states. Which is about 24 states.
The stakeholders that are saying that it must be the turn of the South.
They're saying on the basis of a tacit agreement, or rather a tacit arrangement that have been on. It's understandable that if the South rule for 8 years, they not rule for 8 years. It is on that basis that they are saying it, not that it's constitutional. And it is, the argument is a reasonable one, that the Southerners should go there. It's a reasonable one, but it's not constitutional. Because when people from the South ruled for 8 years, the clamor for a northern president was high. And the southern part of the country could not contend with them, and they conceded. In the same vein, a northerner having ruled for 8 years, come 2023, it is normal that a southerner should step in. And I don't see the North having what it takes to contend with the South, because they know that by way of justification, the South is more justified to rule, going by that tacit arrangement.
Okay.
Not that it's constitutional.
Okay, thank you very much,
Thank you.
Mr. Matthew. We had a very big blackout this morning. That's why we were staying for that long. We had a big blackout. I have Oluwa. Good morning, Oluwa.
Good morning. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fine.
I is the government home here.
Asuu has declared 1 month strike.
Let them declare 4 months strike. 1 month is too small. Government have been prolonging
If you have your child in school, would you allow?
No, see, people go to school, teach people every day, no salary, no nothing. Every time you will see Ngeke or who is the Minister of Education, you'll be doing meeting with them, postponing their language every day, postponing their life. So it's difficult for them. So let government come outside in a true way and tell them, say,
are you saying that government doesn't come outside?
Government is a story man. They are story people. That's why Asuu is crying. They are crying now because their language is not forthcoming. Me and you do a meeting, we conclude. At the end of the day, the meeting never succeeded. We just giving me language. That is a 419 talk. The government is practically a 419
government has promised them that they will look into the case.
How many times would they promise or look into the case? Because if they look into the case, Asuu will never be threatening strike. They are educated people. They are very simple. They are very simple. Let them look into the case now. Now, before it's getting out of hand, because this one is going to be a major strike and it's going to be bad. Everybody is going to return home and everybody will now carry arms.
But the government does not seem to have money.
They have money, they are eating the money, they are sharing the money.
They are borrowing money. If we have money, we will not borrow money.
They borrow, they share.
They borrow, they share.
Don't you know? They borrow, they share. Those high-profile men. Senator and co, minister and co, underground spiritual criminals. They are bad. They are sharing Nigeria money. See Nigeria now, they say fuel don't come, fake fuel. Before you know, they are selling 400 in Abuja. Before you know, government will come out tomorrow and say, because of the situation now, we're beyond our control. Let's move so price. And there will be anarchy. Anarchy is coming.
I told you that they will increase it.
I tell you that they can't come like that. They are coming with system. We are waiting for that system.
It is already high now.
It's not over high everywhere. But let them circulate first and let us see what is happening. Because the system, we are not reading their plan. It's bad plan.
Please let's know what is happening to David this morning. Please let's take a look at this man. What is happening to him?
Who?
Mr. David.
It's part of the language of the transparency revolution, man.
Okay. Death of 1-year-old after 31 strokes of cane in Delta State.
Death
of 1-year-old after the teacher flogged him 31 strokes of cane.
That one is a bad language. A 1-year-old, how will he flog in 31 strokes of cane? Is it possible?
It's possible.
Now it's not possible.
Now let's look
a
at
real human being can never flog a
teacher now.
No. That one is story.
Building collapse in Nigeria. You know what happened here? You also do. After the Lekki one,
that is fake material. Fake everywhere is fake. Everything is fake now. When you fake material to build a building, long story, how will it not collapse? When you want to buy material of 10,000, you go and buy material of 1,000. You now picture it rolling as a original. You now build a house, you now put human being there. How will it not collapse? It collapse if the language is bad. The other day, a building collapsed in this in Lagos. High profile building that matter, now another one collapsed. So where are we going?
What has the government done?
The government, I already told you, the government, they are stories. We have organizations that matters in building level. Structural engineering, where are they? Before you set a building up, people are there to monitor. So, okay, this is the real material and this is not the real material, and this is what you will do. But now, you will just carry paper, they will just send that somebody approved the building. We never inspected it because of money passed through somewhere. You know, endanger people's life. At the end of the day, building collapse.
Who do you blame now?
The government.
What of the man that go and buy substandard material?
Imagine somebody go and buy substandard material, but the government organization to checkmate that substandard materials. Where is they? Where are they?
Okay,
so they not relax because the government is not doing what it's supposed to do.
Do you have a PVC?
I have my PVC now.
So, because I'm saying that if you don't have PVC, don't talk in this.
I have my document as a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. We are going to chase all the iniquity out.
Does your vote count?
It's going to count now because Nigeria has opened wide now.
So the FCT local government election, PDP won in some of the local government.
I say they are getting out of hand. The government their days are numbers. Their days are numbered now. This was never be like this. We are going to checkmate them because their days are numbered.
Wow. What's your advice, Oluwa, for Valentine's Day?
Valentine's Day, everybody have to be careful of yourself. Take things accordingly. Don't go high. You go high, you can end your life.
That's today, Abi?
Yes, because today many people go high. Many people take
Why would they go high?
Many people, today is a day of the word that the language declare. Enjoyment.
Enjoyment day.
Wickedness. Saporo. Hammer anybody when you want.
No. No, you don't hammer anybody.
You hammer girls.
No.
Hammer woman, hammer wife, hammer daughter.
Don't hammer anybody.
Today is the day that's the sign.
We are not hammer.
Drink any drinkable. No. But drink it politely, otherwise you enter gutter. But today is a declared day of drunkenness.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Mr. David. Good morning, Mr. David.
Good morning to you.
1 month strike, breaking news.
A wonderful morning to everyone.
Asuu.
And good morning to our esteemed and lovely viewers all over the world. We greet you. Happy Valentine. Valentine is not necessarily for lovers. It's time for you to show love.
Like you show for me.
I'll
Today. Show love to me today. Somebody say
you take Henneken, right?
No.
So what do you think?
I mean pastor now.
Show me pastor. Am I a Muslim?
I'm a pastor. I don't take.
Okay, you don't take alcohol. Okay, but you take only water. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's Holy Communion.
Ogogoro, you don't know anything.
Holy Communion.
Ogogoro is only water.
Okay. Is there any point in voting if APC and PDP are the same?
There's no point to. there's no point because it's like we are still stagnant. We are still stagnant. It's like
You are rooting for Atiku now.
eh?
You are rooting for Atiku.
I'm rooting for Atiku in the sense that
That's the possibility.
yes, see, I'm rooting for Atiku because what APC between two devils,
Choose
you
the
must
best-
pick one.
the
And at the start now, between two devils, they say the angel you know, sorry, the devil you know is better than the angel you don't know. Nobody saying Atiku is a perfect man. He said is that Atiku has his own flaws. But do you think these two persons will still be the flag bearer, still be the presidential aspirant of these two political parties? These two persons, I start to be corrected. Some person will come and say, "You,
what are Wike in PDP?
forget Wike." This is not a state politics election. This is national politics. When it comes to national politics, Wike is still learning. He should sit down and watch the political ancestors play it. These political ancestors, they are the likes of Tinubu, Buhari, Atikus, OBJ, the likes, IBB. These men are the political ancestors. Wike is still growing. So Wike is just coming up. So he should learn from political ancestors.
Okay.
So
Let's talk about the Asuu strike. Warning strike. 1 month. Warning. That's warning. You don't know which one will be the main strike.
my brother, if a 1 month strike could be if the Asuu could issue warning for 1 month, that means very soon it will be indefinitely. That one is certain. I told them, thank God it's happening on the Valentine's Day. The young girls in university will leave the school and go and meet their boyfriend. The boys too will leave their school, go and meet their girlfriend. Yes, thank God it's warning. My brother, I said, if you as a person, if you have headache, your ear is itching you, is itching you, your nose, you have pulse your nose, your mouth is paining you, your hands are paining you, your leg, only one person, multiple sicknesses. Do you think that person will recover? What is the chances of that person recovering? One person, multiple sickness, nose, head, ear, leg, yansh, everybody dey pain am. Na so Nigeria water dey. My brother, Nigeria cannot recover. Only Nigeria fuel scarcity. Only Nigeria unemployment. Only Nigeria Asuu strike. Only Nigeria there is no good medical facility. Only Nigeria poverty. Only Nigeria is insurgency. Only Nigeria economy is dwindling on a daily basis. Only Nigeria no good road. Only Nigeria no water. Only Nigeria no food. Only Nigeria no work. Only Nigeria exchange rate is now dollar is now 570 to one naira. Do you think that such country can succeed? My brother, Nigeria, see, division is very certain. Is certain. I bet you. If you think it is far away, it is near, my brother. Because Nigerians cannot continue this way. Asuu strike has been lingering so many years. No possible. No government can put an end to it. Buhari came. I will end Asuu strike. What has happened? OBJ came. I will end Asuu strike. Eradua came. I will end Asuu strike. Tinubu will still come again. Atiku will come and still campaign based on the same thing. Ngige son, Ngige, the Minister of Labour and Productivity, his son or his daughter is not schooling in Nigeria. That is the problem. There should be a law that will compel every public office holder, their sons or daughter should school in every government-owned tertiary institution. So these people can know what it takes. A course that's supposed to do for 4 years will take you 6 years, 7 years.
That's what I'm concerned about. Most of these students now, they'll go back home. And who knows?
Let them come back home. Let them come back home. I don't go for my own time. I don't come back home. Their own is not exceptional. As long as you are in Nigerian university, Be prepared. I was prepared. Once you're in Nigerian university, be rest assured that Asuu strike will catch up with you.
Since we are experiencing all this, can't we start a revolution?
Since Nigerians are cowards. You are coward. You are coward. Including myself. It is only Nigerian man that will tell you, Mr. Kusen, and I've met this morning, I don't have a job. He will complain and complain. And if you tell him, my brother, let us go out and protest. He will say, protest is not a solution. If you are not protesting, how do you want government to listen to your grievances, to your pain, to your outcry? Look at majority of us here in this country, we are suffering. But due to the fact that we are cowards, we will not come out. Fella have said it that Nigerian man they suffer. Later, if you tell him, man, he will tell you, I know one die. Mama dey for house, Papa dey for house. And every day you keep complaining that Nigeria is not good. If it's time for you to come out and protest, you not protest.
And our politicians know that we are afraid. Our politicians, they know.
They know. They know. They know that we are very much afraid. These people know that we are very much afraid. They know that.
Look at what happened in NSAS. Everybody has
when the children of when people were building the what was it called? No, 12 Babel in the Bible. The Bible said if these people are so united, they will get to where
even God cannot stop them.
Even God cannot stop them. God knew. God said these people were so united. God said, now what? Let us create division. What the government have created among us is poverty. Poverty. Because if someone is poor,
an average Nigerian likes money.
And, no, it's not. Every Nigerian likes money. Every Nigerian. It's not every Nigerian. You will see them. Election is what I'm putting now. You see them. Babalo Mashe, Tashivaji will do it. Atiku will do it. You see, on your mandate we shall stand. Ashiwaju. Boom.
No. On your mandate, Bola.
Sorry, on your mandate, Bola. On your mandate we shall. Mandate that has killed us is 1999. Mandate that has got impoverished us here. Mandate that has looted all your money. Mandate is 1999. They are still believing in his mandate. Go to North again. You will see them singing the same song for Atiku again.
Hypocrites.
Hypocrites everywhere. My brother, the problem of this country is we. Is even we, the masses, is we the what? Electorate. Until when we say no to politicians, until we say no, enough is enough. Until when we say no, this is who we want. Until when we say no, this is the person we truly want. My brother, Nigeria will not be better.
FCT election, PDP back to rescue Nigeria. Are you?
That one, we cannot use PDP election as a yardstick. Because you want the local government in which the president, in which the Asuu Rock is situated. So it doesn't mean PDP is even an option. Both PDP and APC.
Jonathan and Buhari, maybe they want Asuu Rock. Jonathan won in Asuu Rock. In
the last election? No, Buhari lost last election. Atiku won him in 2019.
Yeah, Atiku won in Asuu Rock, but still Atiku wasn't the president.
So that should not be a yardstick. What I'm saying is that now, how do you think government can put an end to this Asuu strike? One, a lecturer, a professor that earns 100,000 naira monthly, a professor, 100K monthly. How do you think that lecturer would want to give his best? He will not. We have to get out of professor. You have the associate professor, and then you have the professor. The associate, how much are they earning? 80, 60, 90,000 naira. And you have a miscreant. By hook, he become a senator. That earns 35 million naira.
All our senators miscreants.
If they're not miscreants,
you know what the word miscreant means?
They are miscreants. They are just educated miscreants. They are not educated miscreants. They are not different from miscreants. Yeah, because in a country that has government, there will not be fuel scarcity.
In a country that has fuel,
in a country that has fuel and government, there will not be fuel scarcity of fuel. Look at people now suffering. There is no vehicle. I wanted to go to Beggar. Sorry, Oshodi this morning. I say no Oshodi 400 naira. Just like what Oluwa said. Breaking news. Just like breaking news now, it will you not hear that fuel is 500. And still, Nigerians will also come out and protest. We are cowards.
So
Let them do us as they like.
stop calling us cowards.
We are Nigerians are cowards because because in Western world such thing cannot happen.
Look at the truckers in Canada. The truck guys that carry out their truck and almost block everywhere.
Those guys, you see that they are such happen in Nigeria. That's what happen in Nigeria.
The one that Dangote owns everything. Dangote just call them and say,
Mono economy, one man show. Now, in a very sensible country, every Nigerian is ought to be in the streets protesting against this fuel scarcity. We ought to be in the streets. But now, everybody is, you see them going about their normal business. You don't concern me, you don't concern you. But indirectly, the thing they concern you.
okay.
Mr. President, we have a very long way to go.
Thank you very much, Mr. David. Mr. Raphael. Good morning. Good morning.
Oh, God of mercy. Good morning, Christian. And good morning, viewers.
Breaking news: Asuu declares 1 month strike.
Asuu strike is as old as Nigerian University. Ibadan, I think, was in 1948 UI. Then University of Nigeria and Nsukka 1961 or 68. No, 1961. Let me tell you, these universities, Asuu strike is as old as all these higher institutions of learning. Each and every administration that comes and goes, you understand, had that kind of, issues with students and association of university, staffers, both academical and non-academical. They always have issues. You understand? So what I'm trying to say now is that I've not come here to analyze what is going on between the universities, the payment of the university staffers, and the problem between government and the students or whatever. That is not my issue. The issue I've come to discuss here, I've come here to analyze what is going on in Nigeria. That is not good. Though, Asuu strike is part of it because government has not been always meet up or try to meet up with the demand of Nigerian universities over the years. You understand? They still persist on and on. Each and every administration that comes on, they must surely have rift with Nigerian universities. So I don't know when they are going to address this issue. Ngiga is not somebody I see that can be the solution or can arrest the solution of universities, between universities and Nigerian government. It's been a very long time plight that has not, been met up.
NNPC yet to withdraw dirty fuel as petrol queues linger.
Yes, yet to withdraw.
I thought they have withdrawn it.
They say they are doing that gradually, you understand. But you know that the stakeholders are the owners of this government. Stakeholders, I mean, are the people that brought Buhari. There are people that helped Buhari into power. They are oil allottees. These people, they had the franchise to lift oil, crude oil. They are the one that should, recall same rotten fuel or toxic fuel. It is impossible. It's impossible. They can't do that. You can't withdraw that fuel from circulation. The money has been spent. And for the people to recall it back, don't you know that there's much expenses on doing that? So what is going on is that the fuel, the toxic fuel has been bought. I didn't understand. Withdrawing it back is as impossible as, anything.
So people will have to buy water.
My brother, it's not for us. Oga, listen, let us know that there are many things, there are many problems we have, you understand, on course in this administration. How do you think that fuel should be withdrawn from circulation? My brother, it's impossible. For how long now? Since last week, we have been talking about this withdrawing.
But the government is saying as if they are going to withdraw it.
No, they are not going to do that. You see, there are some issues we should come here and tell our viewers abroad. Do you understand? We shouldn't become coming here every morning to discuss what does not make sense. If I call it nonsense, it will look abusive. Anytime we come here, we should, face, sensitive issues. There are prevailing issues that need
that are needed to be tackled. To tackle.
Fuel of 18,
no, fuel of 18. See, they are trying to cause problem now so that the fuel pump price will go high. Already, it has started selling 400 naira in Abuja, Eastern Nigeria, everywhere in the north. You know, there was a time we were telling you that they would come up. I mean, these dealers, these are lotis. They will cause trouble. So that crisis will now compel the price to go high, because they know how they will just come out and tell you, say, wake up and tell you, say, Nigerians, fuel pump price is 1,000 per liter. There will be trouble. There will be commotion in the city. So this is how they scheme it out into possibility of, hiking the price of pump price. So let me tell you, fuel pump price, petroleum pump price is high. This is how they always orchestrate it. They cannot just come out and pet you, and tell you, no. The trouble has started already. And Christian, let me tell you, before you know it, it will drop at 300 or 350. The trouble has started. Nobody can ever in Nigeria withdraw back, call back fuel that is in circulation already. Fuel price is high now. It's 400 everywhere. Simple. Nobody can call it back again. These are bosses now. It's in their petroleum that they are using it. Yes, they are using it. There's no way. Christian, let me tell you, nobody will tell you that they are going to chip it back from where, from those refineries in Côte d'Ivoire, in Korea, in anywhere where they refine our crude oil. Taking it back there, it is impossible. You think it's an ordinary experiment? How can you buy something? Do you understand? You just return it to the person, the seller. He will collect it. He won't collect it. See, the only thing is that it has happened. It has happened. Let us offer solutions so that it won't occur again. If we keep on waiting and waiting, they should recall it back. They should set it out. They should do this. This pump price will stay. This current pump price will stay. Okay. Look, everywhere in Lagos now there is what? So much what? Queue. Panicking around queue at the filling stations. Do you understand? People are panicking around. People are buying on keg. Do you understand? It has come. I didn't understand. There's nothing you can do about it.
There's nothing, no protest, nothing.
No, Nigerians can't do anything. No. Nigeria, we don't have Labour Congress anymore. The man there is an Hausa man. Hausa man is always an outside man. He's from North. Cuba. What's that his name? Waba is an Hausa man. A man with low mentality. There's nothing he can do for the government. Waba has been bought over. And even it was somebody like what do you call that man in those days? Adam Ochomole and the rest. There's one before Adam Ochomole. Do you understand? Adam Ochomole was not the man who was there during Abacha. He was also during Obasanjo time. Do you understand? So there's the other one, somebody Fafua. I think somebody Fafua or something like that. Now headed Labour before. That was 93, 94 and so on. Kokori them. Do you understand? Frank Kokori. You know, all these Lupenga and Pengasons. They will just come out and protest. And what I'm seeing now is that there's a time I read on the paper that all these fuel tankers drivers association, they're going to strike. Do you understand? Lupeng and the rest. That's the only people that will do it. It will be effective. Don't talk about Waba. Nigerian Labour Congress has collapsed after Adam Ochomole. Nobody could ever handle it that way because Adam Ochomole is a very stubborn fly.
Okay,
Waba has failed. Fuel is not coming back down again. It has gone high. Simple. Okay. From 187, Abi. 187. 165, thank you, to 400 current price. Highest, they will just slice 50 naira. I'm telling you this, I know their system. They understand. It is called for a truce now, it's called for a meeting. They should meet, you understand, government agencies for discussion. Before you know it, they will remove only 50 naira. These people, they have succeeded. I'm telling you.
Just like that.
Christian, let's keep on waiting now.
Okay, stop this at home before seeking political offices. So Hanese tell Igbo politicians, stop sit at home before seeking political offices.
Thank you so much. Stop sit at home, Ohaneze means is they are telling Southeasterners, Igbo politicians, to do what? To release Nnamdi Kanu. Stop sit at home, meaning indirectly work for the release of Nnamdi Kanu. Without Nnamdi Kanu being released, you understand, you are not going nowhere. When you stop sit at home in the southeast, it's when the Kanu comes out from detention of DSS. Ohaneze is not talking straight. It's not a straight talk. I think understand. They are dodging things. When you release Nnamdi Kanu, nobody will have no business sitting down, sitting back at home in Igbo land. Release Nnamdi Kanu, let peace engulf southeastern Nigeria. Without Nnamdi Kanu being released, Easterners, Igbo politicians, they are doing in vain. They are politicking in vain. Because nobody should come out and vote come 23 if Nnamdi Kanu is there. See, anybody that is delaying it or dreaming that Nnamdi Kanu will be in detention come 2023, we forget about Southeast election. There have no election in the Southeast there. We are not morons. Are you listening to me? We are not morons. We are Igbos. We know that Ohaneze means fight for your brother, your son, your own that is in detention first before you start convincing the electorate to vote for you. Are you listening to me? Nobody should do anything come 2023. Fernand is still languages in jail. Are you listening to me? So what they are trying to tell them is that Ohaneze is trying to tell them, unite, you Igbo politicians, canvass for release of Nnamdi Kanu so that you should vie for any highly exalted office of government or public office. First, let there be what? Peace and serenity in the southeastern Nigeria. Because without that, nobody should come out to vote.
Thank you very much, Mr. Raphael Mbechi, for your analysis. Thank you. We've come to the end of Bystanders at the Newsstands. I'm Christian Choko. I have my wonderful guys here this morning. My boss, my Oga, Mr. Udu Black is here. And also have Mr. Femi Davis. They are here this morning. Thank you very much, Mr. David. Thank you very much. Happy Valentine. I hope you're going to enjoy the Valentine later today. I am Christian Chukwu. Bye for now until tomorrow. As we meet for another exciting edition of Bystanders at the Newsstands. Thank you very much.